Welcome back to International Scale Model. I'm Lee. Today we're going to do a review of a sci-fi subject. It's the Mercury 9 rocket from Pegasus Hobbies. Now I bought this from Tim Value Kits as soon as it came out. It does look like a delicious subject, and as you know I do like a bit of sci-fi. Just to break up the monotony of World War II planes and armour and things like that. But I'm really excited about this kit, and as per normal I haven't had a look in the box yet. So we're going to have a look inside the box right now and see how we're doing, because I'll have to get in there. Okay, so the Pegasus Hobbies Mercury 9 rocket. Now it doesn't have a scale on the box, but I'm pretty sure it's 1/350. But the box itself is a bit soft, I've got to say, but not too protective. But on the box itself, there's not a lot of info. It's a picture of it all built up and everything. It's called the Artist Signature Series. And everything, bit of write up about it. So let's have, but I understand from the box art, as you can see there, very cool, very Jerry Anderson. But you get all this as well, this little refueling station, or a base. It's actually a base by the looks of it, so it's quite a good size. Let's have a look inside the box. Get everything out. Okay, right, well, we'll start with this sprue as it's on top. I've been looking forward to this. As you guys know, I do like a bit of sci-fi. I like something different. Something that's going to make you look twice when you're at a model show and things like that. That's the sort of stuff I like to see. So let's get this out. We've got some big sprue in here. And obviously we've got the top, the main body of the rocket here. So it's this section here. The engraving, now this is I'm pretty sure this is 1/350. It doesn't actually say anywhere on the box, and I don't know if it says anywhere in the instructions. Well, it doesn't. Right, okay. So I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere that this was 350. So I'm going to go on the assumption that it is 1/350. The moulding itself, the plastic, it's quite tough plastic. It's very rigid. So when you're sanding, take care when you're sanding and things like that, because it will show up all the bite marks from the sanders. So use worn sanders on this stuff. It's covered in mold release agent, so this will need a good wash or quick dunk before you start building it, just to make sure you don't ruin your paintwork at the end of it. As it's silver, obviously I'm going to go with alclads on this. I'm really looking forward to that because it's really high sheen. The mold lines, as you can see on the overhead here, are very, very thick indeed. Let's just zoom you in a bit just so you can get a good idea. As you can see, they are very, very thick and deep. So it's I don't know, I would say they're not in scale. As you can see on here, look, you see how deep they are, look, crevices. One of the things with these sort of things, you can either work with that or you can fill it and use Mr. Surfacer on it, maybe Mr. Surfacer 500 or something. I don't go to those extent. I build models as they are and as they're built. I'll just have a look on the inside here, but yeah, it's very, very tough, very inflexible plastic, very hard to bend. So you have to be really careful when you're sanding this stuff. But it's such a different subject. Oh, we've got another sprue here. Yeah, so we've just got some of the fins by the looks of it, some of the stanchions coming out of the main body, and other parts I would imagine of the base there as well. There's a tiny bit of flash on the bits of plastic, not a lot, but there is mold release agent everywhere. You really are going to need to wash these. The sprues themselves are quite flashy, but the kit itself isn't. There's a little bit of burring on the edges, you can hear, which is going to need to be taken down with a bit of a scalpel, but it's only some of the edges, it's not all of them, which is good. Let's have a look in here. Right, we've then got it looks like 3 mirror sprues. Okay, so we've got 3 mirror sprues. And this is for the main body with the fuel tanks and everything here, and the main fins. There's 3 fins obviously. But again, the moulding is quite soft. The line's quite soft. It tends to be, so as you can see, the rocket nozzles, they're a little bit flashy and burry on the edges. Again, going to need some work on there. We've got some EPMs there, but I don't think they're going to be in the way of anything. Lots of locating pins and holes and things like that everywhere, which might be needed. Some nice fin work there. I don't know if you see that there. That's some nice fins. They always come up well. There's 3 of those, so a fair amount of plastic there for the rockets. We've got another bag. Oh, in this bag we had some electrical wire. It's obviously a positive and a negative. I see what this is for. This is for the cable that runs from the power plant to the rocket. That's what that is. I thought they'd come with some power options then, but no, that's actually, I see what that does, yeah. Okay, oh, very good, very good. Bit different. Okay. We've got about 3 sprues in each bag. We've got here sprue with the base on. You've got the windows are filled in. I'm just going to try and see how thick they are. But that is quite thick. As you can see, these all the windows here are filled in. They're quite thick as well, but personally I'd be very, very tempted to cut those out. And I think they're small enough that you could get away with a bit of microcrystal clear to make the windows in those. And it's even tempting, I've got to say, that to make an interior for that. I think there's plenty of room to add an interior in there. You've got what looks like the base for it here. But that's very tempting to add a little light in there. That would be just 1 LED in there, that's all you'd need. Oh, it's tempting, isn't it? Depends how quick you want to make the build, really. But obviously on here, I think it'd be nice to just to put that together and see what it comes out and see what it looks like. And if it looks any good, I think I might actually go for some lighting on that. I really do. Yes, why not? I don't think it needs any lighting on the rocket, but it does. If you have a look on the box here, it does have a searchlight pointing onto the rocket. Now, if that searchlight is on there, that little tower, searchlight tower, is on there, we may be able to do something with that as well. That might be a little bit funky, I've got to say. But the rest of the moulding, again, it's the same as the other sprues. It's this weird plastic. It looks really soft, but it's not. It's really hard, and it's a lot like Mobius stuff. That's the same sort of thing as the Mobius kits if you've ever done one. Then obviously you've got the base for the rocket here, and we do have the searchlight tower here. And that's definitely big enough to get an LED in there. Drill that out, get a little LED case, little glass case. I think you could. This is a shame that the actual tower itself is filled in. As you can see, it's not hollow work. That would be really nice. But that means that, looking at that, you could drill all the way through that. And get a wire up there for the searchlight. So I really like the look of that. We've got a bit of something here, and that looks like the fueling station on the side of the box here. Okay, to hold the fueling rig. So it's a little bit warped, as you can see. There you go. Let's see, it's a little bit warped, but it looks like it just sticks onto this part here. So I don't think that'll be a problem at all. Right, so we've got, what else have we got here? We have got some clear parts. Now obviously the building, that was close, the building hasn't got anything on there for clear parts, but the clear parts are very, very clear. They're crystal clear actually. Very nice indeed, as you can see. Very nice. Now these look like this bit here, and they would be painted red. But again, they could take a light. What if they light up? Oh, I think I might do a lighting project on this. I've never done a lighting project. This would be quite a simple one. Literally 3 red LEDs, something, and a searchlight LED. I'm liking the sound of that. I think I might do that. That may be one for later on in the year, if I get round to it. So the glass, very nice indeed. I think a little clear red over that, and then the light inside would be very good indeed. It looks like we've got a very small decal sheet. Yep, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decals in total. They're in register, very clean and crisp actually, very nice indeed. The carrier film goes way over the picture though, unfortunately. Oh, that's pretty bad. I doubt if the camera's going to pick this up, it doesn't usually, but I mean this goes like 1.5 millimeters further than a 9, the actual carrier film for the decal, which is a real shame because that will show up, so I might cut that down myself very, very carefully. But very nice, you can see where they all go, not a big deal those. Instruction manual, let's have a look. It's a little A5 size booklet. It looks like it's a gatefold booklet as well. On the front we've got it just says the Artist Signature Series. Scott Willis designed this. Mercury 9 rockets taken from classic designs, things like that. So you can see first of all is build up the base there, and that looks all very simple indeed. Doesn't seem to be very complicated at all. In fact, there's hardly any lines or anything, so I think that's ripe for a little bit of bulb work, and I'm definitely going to do that. So we've got on the next page we've got the launch platform assembly. Okay, as you can see, all very nice and simple as well, and the rocket itself is going to sit on that. Step 3 is just putting the upper rocket together and connecting it to the thrusters and everything, and then putting the legs on is next, obviously times 3, and then you've got the fuel supply and everything coming from this fuel supply depot, or I suppose it is. You've then got stage 6, second stage rocket assembly. Okay, these are the parts that go on the edges here. Oh no, this is the very top part. Okay, as you can see, this top part splits. It looks like you can actually keep this separate as well. It does look like it sits on there separately, so you may be able to keep this separate itself and pull it off. But if you have a look in here, there is 3 little lights in there as well. So there's 1, 2, 3 lighting opportunities, or 4 lighting opportunities if you include the searchlight. So I think that's a definite thing to do. And then obviously it attaches to the platform and everything. It gives you a colour. The colour chart is, it says, it tells you the painting guide, just says use quality paints and brushes. Kit's parts are moulded in ABS plastic. We recommend using Tamiya extra thin cement, which is good, or CA glue. It doesn't say anything about paint brands or anything like that. It just says steel metallic, flat black, clear red, light grey, medium grey, dark grey. So it's got, as you can see, it numbers here P1, 2, 3, 4, etc, etc, etc. So it's saying paint the windows dark grey, which is not going to happen. But as you can see, it's a very basic guide. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to be difficult to put together at all. But I've got to say that this Mercury 9 rocket is definitely lending itself to a little bit of electronicry, and I'm going to do that. Electronic wizardry, I mean, not electronically. But I think you can definitely light up these. Okay, so this building can be nicely lit up. I might go for a soft blue actually. You've got so it's a different colour. You've got a white searchlight, definitely fix that up. Easily fix that up with a bit of tin foil inside a homemade reflector sort of thing. And then you've got the 3 red, very low wattage ones there, and right up there, got 3 tiny little lights that you could probably cut out at the top there. So I think I'm going to have a go at a bit of the electronic stuff, and obviously I'm going to make the base for that as well. And I shall copy this design because this is what it's meant. So you've got a little bit of grass there with the fueling station, and if it is 1-350, I know you can get 1-350 sailors and that for the ships and everything, so I can get some people for that if I really need to. But there's also lights on the ground here. I'm not going to be able to light those up, they'll be too small, but you know, they'll come up quite nice. So I'm quite interested. Obviously I'm going to paint their alclads as well. That's going to come up lovely with some very high sheen aluminium that they do. I'm really looking forward to that now, because right now I've done that and I've done the review, I can see a nice little project building in my head there, and I've never done any lighting on a model kit. Something I've seen others do, obviously, and some of them are phenomenal what people do. This is going to be quite basic compared to that, because it's literally going to be an off-on switch and it'll turn everything on or turn everything off. But I think that will make a nice display piece, and I'm going to go to town on that. So I'm going to stick that away, and that's going to be a project for a little bit later on in the year, hopefully. But that is the Mercury 9 rocket from Pegasus Hobbies. Pretty sure it's 1350, and I'm going to do a lighting project on that. So oh, tell a light. There you go. Look. 1350, so very faintly there, so it is 1350. Until next time, take care, bye bye.